about the end of July. And what I've got here is a palm variety called Dahlias. And as you can see at the bottom here, I've got the first tie on. Basically, it's just string line, and it's wrapped around the plant just to keep the plant in place, to stop it from falling over and the branches breaking off. If you just let it grow up, you'll get the side shoots just snapping with the weight of the leaf on top. And when you get a flower on the end, it's going to bend over and just snap, basically. So as I say, end of July, you want to be putting this on when your plants are about a foot to 18 inches high, and then you want to start considering putting your second tie on. I put the tie on about 6 inches to a foot higher, and then once the plant's established, just wrap it round, nice and simple, not too tight, and then it just secures the plant in there. Nice and easy, dead straightforward. A little bit time consuming if you're growing quite a few plants, but not a bad job to do when it's done correctly. And so it's got on there, you've got the bottom tie and the top tie on there, in the plant secure, and it's not going to fall over or anything. So just keep on top of maintenance. I'm currently spraying with insecticide once every 4 weeks, and fungicide the same once every 4 weeks. Just every 2 weeks spraying insecticide, and 2 weeks later fungicide. So nice and straightforward. I'll give you a little look around the dahlias again. I know I did a video a couple of weeks ago, but I've got a couple of bits and bobs to show you. So as I was saying, I've got the first tie on the plants now. The two varieties I've got here, on the left I've got Dahlias, and on the right it's one of my favourites. I got a bronze medal with it, Minley Carroll. Both palm varieties. As you can see, I've got a lot of buds coming up on the flowers, and that's another plant there covered in buds. But with it being a palm variety, I'm tempted just to leave them on just to get a bit of colour. I'll just be cutting them as the finished flower, and just making sure that to keep on top of this button, so nice and easy. Another thing what I've been told is you get well, not being told, I've actually seen it firsthand. You get a lot of problem with earwigs, and what they do is they tend to crawl into the top of the cane there. So as you can see on my plot alone, I've got around the 600 canes in here, maybe it's even more. So as you can imagine, earwigs can be quite a bad problem. So the way that I've found in being told to deter this from happening is either put a drop of paraffin down or WD-40. What that does is it just, you wouldn't want to be sitting in there when that's getting poured in, or you wouldn't want to go in there if it was in there. So WD-40 in the tops of the canes. So a little tip there for you. I have had a couple of issues. I don't know, I can't seem to work it out. I've been spraying with insecticide, spraying with fungicide, but I'm getting a bad problem. Something's having a bit chew away at it there. This variety here is Grenador Pastel. I've got two plants side by side. I'm not sure whether that's the soil, or there's obviously something in there. When you consider you've got a plant like that next to it, and the rest of them look fine, just something doesn't seem right about it, but I haven't got a clue what it is. So if you've got any suggestions of it and treatment, put it in the comments box below, and I'll have a crack at it. I don't think it's slugs. I've got quite a few slug pellets, and they're still fresh underneath, so I don't think it's slugs. A lot of the plants are looking really healthy. I have got the odd one, same again with as the bottom ones down there, but the majority of them are looking really healthy. The variety on my left here is Kenora Challenger. I grew that 4 up last year, had some very good success with it, so I'm going to continue growing that 4 up. And as I say, the ones on the right here Granite Road Pastel. I've got 20 plants in there. Looks like I've got 17 healthy ones, so I'm growing that 7 up. I have removed the stems on them, and basically I've got 7 shoots coming up here. I think I've actually left a spare one in there just as a reselection. And by growing 7 up, I mean you're growing 7 stems up on the plant. I don't know if it's the correct way of doing it, but I got told when you're removing or debranching to get your number you want to grow up, you need to actually snap it off the plant, otherwise it'll just grow back. I could be wrong. As I say, I'm just a novice grower, so some of the advice that I give might not be correct, but if anyone's got any suggestions about anything, just feel free to share your opinion or anything. If somebody's more intelligent than what I am, I'm learning off them. If somebody's less so, I'm happy to teach them what I know so far. So if you've got any comments or anything, just put them in the box below. I'm very open-minded. So this one here is a new variety. I've been told off Dave Gillam that it's the one to have. It's Paul Vent and Christabel. I've got 14 plants in the ground, I think I've got there. So hopeful to see what that one's like. And also I've got here a new variety. Well, it's not a new variety, but it's looking like it's going to be a big one on the show bench this year. And this one's Chervil Megan. Nice bushy healthy plant. Looking forward to that one. And on the left here, thriving as expected, Mary's Jomanda. So as a whole, really happy with the plants, the way they're growing this year. Just making sure, especially with the weather we've been having over the last week, it did tip outside temperature on the garden at 33 degrees Celsius. So I've been down every morning, turning the water on. The water that I'm watering system that I'm using is just pretty basic. It's I've got I explained it earlier in the videos, but I've got 2 soaker hoses. So one running down that side and one running down the other side on both beds. They're interlinked and split off the 2, so they're getting everything's getting the same amount of water. All the feeding is done by watering can. I just fill the blue barrel, which is over there, up with the mix that I'm using. Currently I'm starting to use Tomerite. I'm no professional or anything like that, so I could be wrong, but I've been advised to switch to Tomerite, so there's some Tomerite gone in there now, and I'm watering, feeding, sorry, twice a week at the moment, just a Tomerite feed. So really happy with the flowers so far this year. In 2 weeks time, I've made a start with the covers there. I'll be putting the covers on the Dahlias, and I'll be covering half of the Kiwi Gloria, all 20 Granite Road Pastel, all the Kenora Challenger, and all the Kenora Valentine. Everything else will be left open to the elements, and maybe next year, see how I get on, I might extend that right away along to the end and see what I can get out of it. But it's only the second year I'm growing Dahlias, so I'm still learning. There's some very good mentors out there, and everyone's willing to help each other. So make sure you check out some of your local shows. You've got to be in it to win it, as people keep saying. So if you've got any flowers whatsoever, just give it a go. Everyone's friendly and willing to help each other, and just the show seasons are upon me now. In about over the next 6 to 12 weeks, there'll be plenty of shows on. So make sure you get your entry forms in, because it's fast approaching show season. So that's it. Thanks for watching.